Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Valerie, and we're at my home. And today we're going to take a quick look at the eufy Permanent Outdoor Lights E120.
And Eufy sent us these for the review.
All right. Permanent, that sounds kind of scary.
It means that you can mount them up on your house and leave them there all year round. At
All
least that's
right.
the idea.
How many lights are in here?
So this is 100 feet long, and there's 60 of these lights. So there's actually 6 of these, as you can see here.
All right.
Wow, that was a lot of lights.
Jeez, that's a lot of lights.
I'll get a kick out of this. So the directions say, it says scan the QR codes and read it online.
Oh,
And what?
important safety information.
Oh, and important. Well, actually, in this case, it is important because you're going to be plugging this in. You're going to be up on a ladder, so you really want to be careful putting these in. So wait, there's more.
Power cords.
Power cords. That's the power
Right.
supply.
Here's the power supply.
And this is the controller. So this is just basically to turn it on and off. And a little ruler.
Oh,
And the reason for the ruler is to help you position these lights. So let's take a look at the lights. So check it out. Look at this. You see this? It has 2 LEDs. Let me take off this.
oh, dual LEDs give more possibilities.
Yep. So there you go. You see one's a white, like a white LED, and the other one's a color LED. So they get a lot more brightness. Remember, these are going to be up on your house. So imagine you can hook these up to your home, and then for each season, you can show different light patterns. It's kind of cool,
That's
right?
neat.
Depending what season it
Well,
is.
why don't we get some of these out of the way so you
No,
can...
I'm going to hook them all up. How
All
about
of
that?
them?
All of them. But let's first look in here. So what's in here?
Looks like a bunch of stickies and screws.
Stickies and screws. So this is really important because if you look at the back here, there's 3M tape on it, and you basically take off the tape and stick it to your house, right? But they also give you screws and clips, right? So if you take a look here, you see these are screws and
There's
clips.
some extra sticky tape.
Extra stick. Oh, I know. I'll need that.
And a whole bunch of these little bags of screws and clips.
Yeah. So the screws and clips are important because you stick this up, but then you can use the clips to put on the wire and then screw the clips into the wall to get extra holding. All right, power supply. So what's really cool about this is it all hooks together with these really nice waterproof connectors. We just need to hook them up to each of these 6 strings of lights. And the way it works is you see this one here doesn't fit, right?
Okay.
So now you've got the power supply and you've got the controller. So this has the 2 prongs and this one here is 2 prongs, right? And they're keyed. So I can just take it, put it on. See, it hooks together. There's a little rubber gasket on it. And you just hook it up. Now the control's on. So we got the control unit on. And then we just connect each of these up. So here we go, 3 and 3. Here we go. Now we can line them up. Put it together. Put the cover on. Okay, let's just do all of them. Let's get them all done here. And you want to do this, by the way, you want to hook all of them up to make sure you test it, make sure they all work. It's also important when you pair it up because the system's going to look to see how many strings you have. So one thing I found when I hooked these up was that if you do one, like I did originally, it finds it. But then if you put the other ones on, it doesn't find them. They won't light up. So what you have to do is you just basically unplug the power supply, then plug it back in, and then it finds them all. So that's kind of a little hint when you're doing this.
Is this an extension cord?
I believe that's an extension cord, yep.
All right.
Okay.
This one also has an end cap.
Yes, so this one here, you just put the end cap on to make sure that you don't get any water in there, right? So now I have them on the app, so I can either turn them on like this. Here we go. All the lights come on, right? Because they're all there. Isn't that cool? Isn't that neat? And then I can adjust the brightness. Check it out. This is really amazing. Look how bright these things get. That's full brightness.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's a lot. Now I'm going to bring it down to around 10%. You see it's still blinking. It's still there. Run studio room dark. There we go.
Whoa.
Okay, so I've turned off most of the lighting in the room. We got one little left on there. And but you can see they're pretty nice. And this is at, what am I at, 10%? Something like that? Lighting, I think. Let me take a look here. Yeah, no, it says 20%. Wow, they're really
They're
bright.
really
They're
bright.
really bright. And again, if you put them on top of your house, obviously you want them to be bright because they have to shine a long way. And then the cool thing is you can do this thing called the magic rule, and it'll change the pattern. seeing it changing around. Isn't that cool?
Non-repeating light design with AI. Is that what it is?
That's what it is. Yeah,
That's
it's doing
pretty
the
neat.
Magic Cube, doing it for you, right?
Oh.
But the cool thing is you can change this, and you can actually come in here, you know, depending on the time of year, you can have like New Year's Day. Check it out. Ooh, it's building up the look. It's building up the look. All right. And Mardi Gras. So you see they've kind of like custom made all these holidays throughout the year, right? Like Thanksgiving. So it looks like a little orange.
Little orange.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool, right?
Neat.
And then Christmas, so a little festive kind of Christmas lights. And then they actually have Hanukkah. That's pretty cool. Look at that, all blue and everything
Neat.
else. It's pretty nice, right? And let's see, what other holiday would we want to show here? Let's see, Flag Day, red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so all sorts of things, even St. Patty's Day. Ooh, why did I know it would be green?
What a surprise.
There you go. So
That's neat.
That's
And you
pretty
can
neat,
see
huh?
on the app too what it will look like actually on your house.
Yeah.
That's
So you
neat.
got seasons. You can have it by the season. So there's different colors based on season. So all sorts of things you can do with this, right? And then you can create custom patterns as well. I haven't done that yet, but you see it
That's
shows all
fancy.
the
Every
shows
single
all the
bulb.
bulb, and then you can just do things with the bulbs. Oh, look at that! See,
Wow, that's cool.
that's cool. So you can set custom patterns. I'm not going to try to get into this thing, but this is the fun. You'll get to play with this
Yeah.
thing. It's pretty cool. So let's turn some lights back on. So what's really cool with this is that, you know, we have a lot of eufy cameras, and they can detect a person. Well, guess what? You can actually connect it up where if a camera that you select sees a person, you can tell it to turn on the lights.
Well, that's really neat.
Yeah, so let's see. Where is that whole thing? I'm going to do it here. LumaLink. Is that what it's called? LuminoLink, something along those lines. And basically, I made a test. And as you can see, you can set the date. You want it like every day, the time, the devices. So you can go in here. And you see we have a lot of different cameras. And I can come in here and say, oh, I'd like it if the doorbell rings, or if someone, let's say, is in the backyard. So here's the camera. The Solo S340 is in our backyard. So I could turn that on. Now, if someone were to go into that yard and trigger that camera, it will trigger these lights to come on.
Well, that's really
Isn't that
neat.
cool?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the coolest things going on. So, and you can pick the lighting style you want it to look like and everything else when the trigger happens.
Okay, so those are the eufy Permanent Outdoor Lights, the E120. These are some really cool lights that you can install yourself and keep up all year round. Change them for the seasons and integrate them with your other eufy cameras.
That's pretty much it. So I'm going to go hook it up.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.